back again. Saturday. Special weekend show. International.
We're going all the way to Romania this time, people.
Yep.
Well, welcome, Daniel. We're really happy to have you, man.
Hello, guys. Hello to all our wrestling fans who watch us right now. And thanks for your invitation to this show. An honor to be here.
Yeah, man. We love having people from teams all around the world on. It's a lot of fun for us to talk to people in different places and see what arm wrestling is like there. So it's a pleasure for us, too.
Yes. I want to congratulate you for this project named Hand Control Worldwide. I find this very helpful for every arm wrestler, amateur, or professional athlete. They can find here all the secrets, recipe, if I can say like this, to be a champion. I always want this, to be a champion. And to share the secrets. And this is what I will do with you today. I will share my skill.
Awesome. That's good, man, because we like secrets.
Yes, sorry for my English. My English is decent, but I never had a conversation like this before.
Your English is great.
Yes.
It's probably better than ours. My guess is your grammar is probably better than most people that live here in the U.S. So most people, well, we'll start this way, Daniel. You know, a lot of people in the United States and Canada are very interested in arm wrestlers in other parts of the world, but they don't know a lot about it usually. Yeah. So maybe you could tell us how you got into arm wrestling and also what the sport is like in Romania.
Yes, I will do a short presentation with my person. I'm Daniel Barbu. I'm 24. I'm both hands national champion in 85 kilo category. I'm from Romania, East European country, where the strong guys came from. I'm joking, of course, but that's a true fact. There is more stamina here. I think it's a genetic factor. The Slavic population have a hormone profile which makes a difference in the strength sports. I think me too. I'm a quarter Russian. My grandmother is from Russia. And what can I say?
How long have you been arm wrestling?
I've been arm wrestling since 2010, 7 years.
Very good. Very good.
Very cool.
Yes.
When did you win? When did you win your first national title?
My first national title in seniors was 4 years ago. No. 3 years ago.
Okay.
3 years.
So 2014.
Yes.
Very good.
So how did you get into the sport?
Seniors was my first seniors title.
Oh, there you go. Good.
Nice,
that's a nice ratio you got going there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So is the sport very big in Romania?
In Romania, it's a medium size, I think. We have 300 sportsmen in the nationals. We don't have a federation yet. We have an association named Iron Arm, which do a good job. Now we are in this tentative to build up a federation. To allocate, the state allocates money for arm wrestling in Romania.
Oh, that's cool. So does the state give you guys any money right now?
No, just the sponsors. The sponsor, medium-sized money, $100 US first place, or 200. It depends.
That's more than we get in the U.S. We get nothing. So You're already ahead of us.
Yeah, this is a problem in arm wrestling.
Yeah,
Everybody talks about this.
I'd have to agree.
It's not a big issue for me. I do arm wrestling for fun, for pleasure, for the community we are in. I meet you, you meet me, and so on.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
My last competition was the World Championship, the WAF in Budapest. I competed in 90 kilo. I don't like to lose weight, so I was 88, and I don't want to do 85. I do 90 kilo. I managed to rank in the top 10.
Yeah, which is
I ranked 9th
really impressive.
place in left hand and 12th place in right hand. It was a good competition for me.
Yeah, was that your first Worlds?
No, it was the second one.
Okay.
I competed in Bulgaria last years, but no big.
Didn't do as well?
No.
Okay.
The figure was not like I lost at this championship with Bogoslav, very strong. I felt a good match in right hand with the Ukraine Petro Margarin, the very strong guy. He was in the final last year with Zolev in 90 kilo.
Okay.
This year, the 90 kilo was a category like never before, I think.
I agree.
Rudnik was in a very good shape. I think was best shape. A little bit of luck, and he almost beat Sasha too, and won 2 titles.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Left hand, he have no problem.
It was incredible to watch. It was, I mean, it's in some senses it's a bad thing for us because the class is so good, but it's also, you know, that if you get a good victory in that class, it really means something because the talent is so good.
Yes.
And also, you moved up a space because I don't know if you saw, but Sergei Bogoslav, he tested positive.
Yes.
So yeah, so you're going to be 8th instead of 9th, which is good. Every spot counts, man. So yeah, what do you think about the steroids in sports? Do you think is it a big problem in Romania or is it something?
I don't know in Romania. But it's a big issue in the world too with steroids. I don't do drugs. I'm steroid free. I don't use steroids. It's not a good idea to risk your health for what?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, you know, it's something we talk about a lot, Daniel, on here, and we both agree with you in the sense that arm wrestling is a great sport, but I don't want to risk my future health for some success now. And actually, we had Krasimir on last week or 2 weeks ago, and he said the same thing, that he has not used them yet for the same reasons. But, many times in the United States, it is a big conversation because there are a lot of big name arm wrestlers that do use, and so it's something we talk about a lot.
At my age, I think I don't need steroids, or in the 20, you have a high level of hormones or testosterone, or I don't know.
Yeah, you probably have the best chance at this point, right?
Yes. 20 through mid-20 and 30, I think, is the best shape of sportsman reach in his career.
I think so too. I think that's true. In almost every sport, it is like that.
After 30, you go left, but your body goes a little right. Yeah.
So, 2 things. Number one, Michael Todd just joined us. So, hello, Michael. And just by coincidence, somebody just Josh wants to know, and then this is like, what do Romanians think about the King's move? Is that something is that a move you guys like or practice?
I know a few guys who practice the King move. As we know, in the WAF is not a permissive position.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not a fan of the King's move position. But I know some guys who practice this. In Romania, no.
Yeah. I noticed the only person I saw really trying to use it at Worlds this year was Hristo. And he beat Engine with it in one match, and he had both feet up off the ground.
He beat Engin Terzi?
Yeah. No, he beat Engin Terzi.
Delijakov, no?
Yeah.
Beat Terzi this year in King's move, no?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh. Yes.
So
70 kilo.
So that's the only person I saw using it. But so Michael Todd has this big match with Pushkar coming up in in 2 weeks. What do you think about that match?
I don't know. I'll bet on Michael.
I agree, man. I think it's really, I've been posting this in a lot of places. I think it's very difficult to bet against Michael until somebody proves that they can beat his style.
Yes.
Yeah, and there was a lot of information too with they've already done this once, so it'll be interesting to see the improvements on each side, because I think they're both very talented, very strong, and they also have a good mind where it takes to what they can improve. So I don't think they're going to be the same people. I don't think either one of them are going to be necessarily the same, although I do think they're going to fall back into the same moves.
Yes. It's not easy with Michael.
Yeah, not easy with either one of them.
Yeah.
Good thing they're big, because we don't have to worry about those guys.
Yes.
So Daniel, let's talk a little bit about how you started in the sport and your training.
About my training and my diet and my preparation for competition. Okay. Yeah. I started going to the gym. That gym where I do my training was an arm wrestling table. The men in the gym don't know too much about arm wrestling. Me neither. And I started to pull with them. And I saw I won with everybody. And one day I find that in Romania the competition arm wrestling are organized, and I take part at the competition in the juniors class. Of course, I won the first place. I do with the juniors. The guys were shorter than me. I have 70 years then.
Yeah.
Yes. Next, in 1 month, was my first participating in a national championship. I'm rank 3. I won a bronze medal. And this is how I start. After that, I make friends, and I start to train specifically in arm wrestling. About my training at the table, the number of training it depends of which time in my preparation for a competition. I can do one training session table per week, or I can do 4 training to the table. I never could do everyday practice on the table like my neighbor Bulgarians. I didn't find a secret to do this.
Yeah, it's very interesting that, you know, I don't know if you have...
last week, Rossi, he trained 3 times a day and every day.
I know.
I don't know how to achieve that. What is your opinion? Or another?
I'll tell you, you know, Crossi said this, Bob Brown said it. We know that John Brezink believes that, Devin Lorette, actually John Brown is on this show. I think that you can do it, and I think you should do it. And I think for most of us, we have to start very slow, and maybe, you know, the training is very easy on the table for the first few months, and then, you know, slowly the training will get harder and harder. But I think that this is a really good plan.
You think you can achieve this, to train every day?
I hope so. I'm old.
I think I think the difficult part is, one, finding enough training partners to do this with immediately, and then 2, finding training partners that will take care of you as well as train you. Because this is tough. That's very tough. It's very hard to find people who will take care of you while they're training you, instead of just ripping you open if they have the chance.
Yes, I think important fact is the competition day. I mean, that day must be perfect. You have to know to, I don't know, sleep well, to be in the best shape of. Many persons do too many practice sessions before a competition, and it's a mistake. I think they don't obtain on the graph
they don't get their best results. They're just a little too broken down, and they don't, you know.
Yes. They're not here. They're here or here. They're not here in that day.
Do you take a lot of time off before a tournament?
I take 2 weeks pause from table practice, for a strong table practice, and I do 1 table practice 1 week out before competition, but slowly. And every day I train, but very soft trainings with a wrist or the 8 kilo.
Sure, just to keep movement and blood and all that.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, because the competition should be a peak. You know, you should be at your very best ever. You're going into competition, so you're right. It's very important to prepare your body to slow down correctly.
Important fact to control your emotions in competition. It's a very important fact, and if you can't achieve that, you will go down.
Yes, there's so many people are tired before they get to the tournament because they're just so nervous and they're so, you know, even the night.
That's a constrictor.
Yes.
Factor, the emotions. Yes. That is a very important thing, is to compete in competition, the experience. Many amateurs get the idea, what should I compete to a competition if I lose?
Right.
I don't compete because I will lose.
We have that problem here too, Daniel. A lot of times, you know, if we know that there are really good arm wrestlers coming to a certain event, a lot of other people won't go because I can't beat Michael Tyler, I can't beat Dave Chafee, so they just won't go. It's
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons I like World so much, is you know that everybody there is either a national champion or second place in their division, and everybody is showing up to see who's the best. And I think that's my favorite part about Worlds, is that you know that every person is going to be a pretty serious competitor.
Yes. About Romania, here in Romania, overall champion right hand right now is Sabin Bădulescu.
Mm-hmm.
You know the guy.
Yep.
He beat Levan this year.
Yep.
We also have Ion Oncescu, who doesn't meet Sabin since 2010. In 2010, Oncescu won. Oncescu, as you know, have 5 world titles.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's an incredible athlete. I trained with him a few times.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very complete athlete. He's smart and he's so technique.
Mm.
I don't know if you want that Oncescu managed to get a Guinness record as he pulled and won with 1,000 people.
Yes.
A 12-hour show.
That's amazing.
It was a few years ago. He started with 100, 300, 500, and then 1,000.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Very, like you said, very complete, technically sound, and very, very good endurance.
Yes.
He's a great athlete.
He's very smart.
Yes.
I don't think he's as strong as another athletes, but he's smart.
Yeah, he knows he knows how to get around that
in
tower.
2009, I think in Bulgaria or in Italy, when he was a European champion, he managed to pull and won in the final with Taras Ivashkin.
Mm-hmm.
Very good win. Taras is very good too.
Yes.
Is he still training now?
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't compete. He don't take part in the nationals. I don't know why. He knows. I don't know.
Yeah, there's it's funny because people were just starting to talk about him as you started to talk about him, about whether he is one of the best of all time or is he someone who is like a hero in Romania for arm wrestlers.
He is the best of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like some people think that's true too. Yeah, well, maybe we'll come back soon. It'd be fun to see him.
Yes.
At the Nationals,
if you want to make a show with you.
Yeah, we should do that. That'd be fun.
Yes.
That would be fun. Let me ask you a question about your Nationals. How many entrants do you guys usually have in that tournament?
This year, I think was 200 both hands. No. 150 person.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yes, it is. Yes. But we use the European and the world category, and the numbers of participants in category are small. We have too many categories for.
So many weight classes, it kind of breaks it up a little too much, right?
Yes.
We have that problem.
Everybody is a champion. A medal.
Yes, we have that problem here too, Daniel, because in the United States right now there are 3 different nationals.
3 different categories, no?
Exactly.
3 different nationals.
Yes.
Yeah,
only one qualifies you for worlds. So I like all of the people that run them, but for my money, the USAF is the real nationals because that qualifies you for worlds. But over here, not everybody wants to travel to arm wrestle, so it's too bad.
Yeah. USA is a big country, and
yeah, it is big.
Yes.
So here's a question coming from South America. He says that we always talk about how to train before a competition, but now that Worlds is over, do you train differently after a big competition?
Yes, I train, but I don't do 6 trainings on a week. I do 3 trainings. I like to do pull-ups, push-ups, and one training at the table, to stay in shape. Right?
Just to maintain a little bit.
Yes. If a competition will appear, our calendar in Romania, calendar competition is not so big. The competition are rare. But if a competition appear, I don't train if I don't sleep. I like to take a nap every day.
I like that.
Yes. This is how I work.
This is somebody watching who says he knows you, named Grecu Valentin, and he says that he thinks that Daniel could never train 3 times a day because he wants to take a nap.
Yes, he's a friend of mine. Okay. I say hello to him.
Yeah. So I think that's funny, man.
From my diet, I'm a pro-vegan diet. I'm not a vegan. I eat only chicken. I don't eat big animals. It's not a diet restriction, but I don't want to eat a intelligent creature. I militate for animal rights. They are defenseless, and we have, I think, we have a lack of respect for them.
That's interesting because
so, with my example, I hope more people to do that. I don't know. I don't do supplements. Only creatine, BCAA. I like to have a equilibrated diet. I don't take a lot of supplements.
Yeah,
right.
They don't work so well for me. Like Rashi says, I feel a little bit. I recover faster. But it's not
very much.
A big impact for me. Yes,
I see. So I agree with you about supplements. I don't take any. I don't even take creatine or BCAA. Maybe one day I'll think about it, but for now, no. But I want to show everybody a couple of your matches, Daniel, so they can see the style that you pull. So maybe John can pick one.
I'm a hooker. I used to use fat grips. It helps me. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we will show them, and you can tell us what's going on. I think one of them, we can't get the sound to work, but it doesn't matter. So we'll show you different videos, and you can tell us what's going on as we watch it. Yeah.
This is a competition 2 years ago.
Yeah, nice down pressure.
That's good. Nice. I like that a lot, man. That reminds me of Prudnik a little bit, your style.
Yes, I'm a hooker. On right hand, on left hand, I'm a top roller.
Oh, okay.
This depends on your muscle insertion on the bones. I think in my left hand I have the brachioradial more. It's a big muscle in my right hand. In my right hand.
How did you develop that style of hook?
A friend of mine, when I start arm wrestling, have teach me this hook.
Nice.
And yes, I thank you for that.
I like it. Like I said, it reminds me of Prudnik. Usually people that have the kind of frame that you and I have and Prudnik have, usually they're not known as really good hookers. But both of you have developed it in a very strong way, and it's something that I want to learn.
Yes.
All right, let's see another match here, John. You pick.
All right.
You want. John's in control. I'm messing up over here. Let me fix this. I'm trying to answer questions and talk to people, and sometimes I start typing.
Now you're in a nice little defensive position here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that, man. I love that you can absorb these hits that people have.
In the practice session at the table, I don't train with guys that are stronger than me, and I stay in the defense position. I don't pull, and I develop that endurance.
Right. Yeah, when you hit sideways, when you were a little turned under on your palm a bit, when you hit sideways and then you stood back up, you had a bit more rotation in your wrist. How much does that rotation assist you in that hook?
The rotation is very important. The brachioradial in hook, it as the back, the rotation is very important too. If you don't have strap, it's more important.
Yes, for sure.
Rotation.
That's very
if
true.
you're not in strap.
Yeah, if your hand is not supported by that strap.
Yes. You don't have any chance.
So let's watch the match with the Ukrainian that you sent me, because this is also a good one. This one, maybe the ending is not as good, but I like the match.
Next year, maybe.
Next year exactly.
in Turkey.
Yeah.
That one here. All right.
Yeah, this is from this year. Yeah, this guy's amazing, man. Yeah, so you stopped him. That's really a good sign.
Yes. For me, it's an achievement.
Yeah, and talking about that rotation, that I think that could have been the difference, right? If you could have kept that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he has
it's a very strong guy.
Yes, and he has very, very good downward pressure into your rotation with the bottom of his hand.
Yes.
Yeah, so not far off.
No, not far off. And what do you think you need to do for next year in order to beat him?
I will train more.
There you go.
I'll train more. I will start a little bit early for the session training. And I think the perseverance will be the secret of the success.
Here's another question coming in, Daniel. They want to know, do you always grab high when you hook?
No.
So how do you decide which grip you will use for a different opponent?
I'll see the opponent and I will adapt my style.
So, for example, when you decide to do like a high hook, why is that a decision you make? Do you feel something in your opponent's hand that makes you decide to go high?
Yes, it depends so much the opponent hand. If he have a big hand, like the Kazakhstan in my category this year have a big hand with two fingers. Yes. He stays in tabra, and with these two he stays in hook.
That guy is incredible.
grabs you high and low at the same time. Yes. Nice.
I know the guy you mean. Exactly. He's amazing. That's Andre, right? Andre Stepan.
Yes.
His hand is incredible.
Exactly.
Last year I pulled him, and when I grabbed, my hand is very big. When I grabbed him, I was like, "What the hell? This guy's hand is ridiculous."
Yes.
I mean, he's got to be. I think he's like 6'6" or something like that. He's very tall, and he has a very thin arm, but his hand is like, it's almost like a superhero.
But the elbow, the insertion muscles here is like this. Here not so big, but the elbow and the wrist.
Yeah, he's a very impressive guy. They're the best right now, I think. Especially their kids, like in the junior class, they have the most impressive team.
I saw a junior who he takes at a table 1 hour and he don't tired.
I know,
right.
It's incredible. Yeah, we want to talk to those guys too. I'm trying to find. They don't have a lot of guys that speak English.
They're not good in English. Yes.
I know.
This is an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But I think, we were talking earlier, Daniel, about arm wrestling in your country and our country, is that some parts of it are not so well developed. In Kazakhstan, I think it's very, very well developed. I mean, they have professional coaches there, and I think that's a big step.
Yeah.
Someday it would be nice if, for example, maybe if arm wrestling ever becomes an Olympic sport, that every country will take it more seriously. But right now, it can be very frustrating, when you train very hard and take something seriously, but your country does not recognize it strongly.
Yeah, if the children can get involved, if I think the kids, if we can introduce it to children in schools and these kind of things, I think it can kind of be a good.
Yes.
And be not so scary for people.
It's a sport which can be practiced everywhere.
Right.
It's a.
Yeah, it's great
to
have.
Sport.
And it's great to have like good equipment and all these things. But we also here in America, we play football and we play basketball and we just a pickup game like that. It's just as fun. You can still practice it. Do you like to have a nice equipment and all that kind of stuff? Of course, and we have access to that too. But just playing around, you still get better. So you're right. It's access. There's access everywhere.
Yes. The arm wrestling depends on the personality of the person.
Yeah.
It can be an underground sport and can be a top sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's talk about that a little bit. We have the big PAL event coming up 2 weeks, Lottie Tour and the Vendetta. Are you going, first of all?
No, I'm not competing in Zloty. Maybe I'm not prepared for Zloty. Mm-hmm. I will prepare for the amateur. It's named Amateur Championship, the WAL. To the professionals, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Maybe.
I want to pull a guy from Ukraine. His name is Bogdan Ivanenko. Maybe I will get a vendetta with him.
There you go.
That would be cool. Who do you think is going to win in our class, between Todd Hutchings and Rustam Babayev?
I think the Todd Hutchings. I don't know. I think Todd will smash Babayev.
Really? Why?
He never go in a vendetta unprepared.
That's true.
Hutchings.
That's very true. Yeah, that's going to be the most interesting.
When he has a match, he will do everything to win that match.
That's very true.
Do you think that it will come down to endurance?
Yes. I think it will be an endurance match and Todd Hutchings will win.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, I think that that's we know that Todd's endurance is really, really good, and it's been a while since we've seen Rustam in a long war, so his endurance is unknown. So that's definitely something that you think maybe that.
Yeah, John. I think Rustam is going to be super dangerous right off the bat. Right the beginning, Rustam's going to be very, very dangerous. I don't know if Rustam's endurance can ever be quite as good.
Rustam have an endurance, very good endurance too.
Yeah, yeah, and
it's an endurance.
Yeah, and Rustam is very explosive. I mean, I don't know if you can really find another guy that's quite as explosive as him getting where he wants to go. So it's going to be very interesting over 6 rounds. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yes, I want to see this match very, very badly. I think it's the one I'm looking forward to the most. What about, say, for example, Chafee and Trubin? What do you think will happen with this one?
Oh, I don't know. Trubin, it's 10 times
Bigger
than yeah. He posts on Facebook every day. I don't know what's with him. It's so big. I want to see his strength. I'm so curious. I think everybody is to see how Trubin will do.
Yeah, I think he'll probably be stronger than ever. And, Dave Chaffee is, in general, he's considered to be the guy who's the strongest arm wrestler in the United States. I think in that sense, it's probably going to be a very fun match. I wonder if Trubin will run out of energy faster because he's gotten so big so quick, but there's no way to know until we see them pull.
Yes. Will be a great show.
Yeah, it looks like to me Chaffee's very large too. It's going to be very interesting. I think they're both going to be very well prepared.
Yeah.
You know his weight?
I don't know what his weight is.
No?
I don't. I saw last picture I saw. He looks like a monster.
He looks like he's over 300.
I think Trubin is 140. No.
Yeah, which is 308 pounds. So that's a big boy. It's a big boy.
Gigantic. It's ridiculous, man. Can you imagine, man? I remember I arm wrestled Dave Chaffee one time at a stadium. He was in Boston area for an event, and his hand is gigantic, and he is like a complete wall. It was really impressive. So I think that match will be fun.
Yeah,
Trubin is so large that it's hard to recognize him.
Yeah. It's scary to think.
He changed so much.
Yeah, and at 308 pounds, I want to say he was 275 when he pulled Michael Todd. Mm-hmm. So just to give you an idea, it's another 30 pounds on a gigantic man already.
And in the match with Michael, he have a good shape.
Very good. Very good.
Very good, yes.
Agreed.
So I don't know. Do you think that's going to be something that helps him or hurts him, Daniel?
I don't know. In long term, I think it's not an advantage to be big. In a single match, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to know. I guess we will find out very soon.
Yeah, we will.
It'll be good to see.
Yes.
So what about you for the coming year, Daniel? Obviously, you want to go back to Worlds in Turkey, but do you have any other goals this year?
Yes, I have a few goals. We have here in the Balkan League. I want to take part to the Balkan League. Mm-hmm. I have a second place in the Balkan League. I'm a vice champion, and I wanted to take a title of Balkan League, called Balkan Champion.
Nice.
The Balkans, Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, and Serbia.
Oh, nice. And when is that?
That'll be
in the summer.
December.
The Balkan in summer.
Do you think Sasha will come to that?
No. Sasha will don't take part in this competition. It's a more amateur competition.
I see.
Bulgaria. If Bulgaria wants to win, he has the guys to win the Balkan League.
Gotcha.
In 85, yes.
Sasha,
I don't know, but the Balkan are 85 minus and 85 plus. In 85, and Sasha can't participate in 85 minus.
Yeah, he is getting.
But there is Plamen Dimitrov. There are a lot of strong guys in Bulgaria.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
They trained very well there. Similar, as Krasimir was saying,
they have a school of farm wrestling.
Right.
There.
So that's very hard to compete against. Sasha, for me, is a very interesting arm wrestler. I was standing next to him at the event, and he is so little in terms of height. He's probably he's really short.
Yes.
But his power is unbelievable. And I feel that his hit is very unique.
And that smile he does when
he wins,
is diabolic.
It is.
Have a big smile.
Yeah, he's actually, I think he's probably the most fierce competitor in that weight class. He has a very strong fighting spirit, and his hit, I've never seen anybody hit like that on a hook. Yes. I feel like if I did that,
my very strong back in the big dorsal.
Yes, it's amazing. I think most people, if they tried to arm wrestle like him, their elbow would explode.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very hard angle, that's for sure.
It is. So, I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens with him in the next couple of years, because he was 80 kilos 2 years ago, and I think last year 85, and this year 90.
75. 4 times at 75. Yes.
He keeps getting bigger, but I mean, how much bigger can he get
on that frame?
At that height. No.
Yeah.
I don't think he will 100 kilo. No, I think 90 is the maximum for him.
I think you might be right, that's not so good for us, but it'll be fun.
Fun to watch, no? To see.
I always think, 90 kilos is always a great class. Zoloev and Prudnik and people like you who are up and coming.
I'm 190 and I don't have 90 kilo. I'm a disproportionate.
Yeah.
But I feel good at 85. I feel good at 85 and 90.
I think that's a good idea too, Daniel. A lot of people cut weight. Even I walk around probably 94 kilos, so I will cut 4 kilos to make 90, which is not fun. I think it is a smart idea to arm wrestle at your natural weight like you do.
Yes. I think the same.
Yeah, so I mean, I think about it a lot. I try to walk around, as close to 90 as possible, but it's difficult, but I think it's a good idea.
Agreed.
So we've kept you on here for an hour, Daniel. I don't know if there are other things that you wanted to talk about that we forgot to mention, but
I don't know. I take notes for my preparing. This is the last the last championship last year, the world champion, and I write my trainings and what I do for my future preparation.
Oh, so that's good because Todd Hutchings does that. He writes down every training that he does, so he can always see where he is compared to last year or year before. I think that's a very good idea.
And I know and how I feel to the competition, my shape.
Yeah,
it's an important fact too. Not just training and how you feel in the competition day. Your tonus and
yes,
definitely to review.
Yeah, I think
it's review. Yes,
it's a good idea. Well, Daniel, thank you very much for joining us, man. It was cool to hear about Romania and you. And you're always welcome to come back to the show anytime. And we really appreciate the time, man.
Yeah, we had a great time, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll be back here next weekend because we have Thea and Malin joining us from Sweden. So we might not have a Wednesday show, but we'll be here on Sunday to talk to those two amazing women. So you should come and watch that show next week.
Definitely. Peace out.
All right. See you later, everybody.